I got what you want. I got what you want. I got what you need. A blind man once told me they don't need eyes to see. Nothing in life is free. That's why I'm in love with the green. My name holds weight by the P. Money don't grow on trees. I got what you need. G to an A, find a tool, Ray, buckle up, cause we going out of space. On your marks, get ready for the race. Took a Uber, just another on the face. I got drugs for sale, got it through the...
What's the word, Beach family? Y'all wanna know something that's really crazy? There's a lot of y'all that keep coming back that are not subscribed. Y'all believe me? Check right here. This is how many of y'all that keep coming back that are not subscribed. So please go click that button. It takes one click, 1 second. We're trying to get to that 100K. So please go hit the button. Enjoy the video.
YouTube, it's your boy Kev for real.
It's Mr. Everyday K Brad. Watch now.
Beach Boys.
And we're already back with another
video.
Beach y'all know the drill. Go subscribe. Go tap into the Patreon with the Boys Beach Club. There's too many y'all that keep coming back that are not subscribed. We need y'all to go hit that button so we keep us going.
Button.
We need this 80K. Then after 80, we try to get to that Hundini. Kev, what we doing?
Before you continue, if you haven't watched season 5, spoiler alert. We're dropping right in. We're reviewing the first 4 episodes of season 5, volume 1.
Things has finally returned with season 5 volume 1 after over a 3-year break. And wow, what an ending to the first volume that was. We had split stories across the upside down, the right side up, connections going all the way back to season 1, and the Duffer Brothers leading us to think that Vecna was being contained by the military, when in actual fact they were laughing at us because they brought back a character that we'd been calling pointless for years. The brothers have been cooking, and what they served up was absolutely delicious. So let's dive into the first volume of season 5 and discuss everything that we saw. Here is Stranger Things Season 5 Volume 1 Ending Explained.
That seems crazy. Bro.
Just to let you know, this video will contain spoilers. What the ending means for Will. The ending of the final episode was one of the most powerful and revealing scenes that we've ever had in Stranger Things. Not only because it confirmed one of the biggest theories of all in that Will was essentially this generation's Henry Creel, but also it confirmed that Will possesses powers just like Eleven, and she's not the only one in the group that gets those nosebleeds. Vecna had been targeting the children of Hawkins because he viewed them as weak in the mind and body.
You don't know? Will, and then the, what's it called? 11, and then 11's sister. There's 3 people now.
No, but they said there's one more person in the group that gets the nosebleeds. So that means, because I remember when Will like had another one of those episodes and his mom was like trying to smack him to wake up, like snap out of it. I peeped his nose was bleeding after he woke up. I was like, wait, whoa. So that means I gotta go back and watch it because that means there's someone else that their noses were bleeding and we didn't even peep. It might be Max.
Oh, it is. I completely forgot. She is. Yeah, it is Max because she's learning. She technically is. She was captured, so like under his spell.
Yeah,
but so she's figuring out how to get out. She knows how to get out.
So yeah, so she's probably gonna be the.
They just have to figure out a way to communicate from where they're at
with her.
With the real world meaning like his weakness is music.
Yeah, they gotta tap in.
Most importantly, he believed that they could be easily broken, they could be reshaped and also controlled. He wanted to rebuild the world through them because they weren't exposed to the darkness in ways that he believed plagued the right side up and tormented him in his younger years. This was why Holly Wheeler was taken, and we saw how easily she was manipulated, with Henry just simply posing as Mr. Watson, a name that wasn't even well thought out by him. It just showed how gullible children could actually be.
Mr. Watson.
When Vecna arrived on the military base, after annihilating everybody in his path in the most brutal of ways, honestly, when he stuck his hand through that guy's head, it was just so gross, and I even slapped the table because it was just a boss move. He then brought Will over to him and revealed everything to him about why he chose the children and that it was all because of him, as he was the first that Vecna broke, and he broke so easily. Throughout the entirety of this season and even the show, Will had been the character that was a little uncomfortable in his skin and didn't truly have a sense of belonging or purpose in the group. However, after speaking with Robin in this episode and realizing that the only thing that could allow somebody to move on in life in the way that they truly wanted to was by looking for the answers of what makes them happy within themselves, this was what spurred Will on to access the powers that he didn't even realize that he had. The Demogorgons were about to kill everybody that he cared about, something that he wasn't going to allow to happen, and pushed him to the point where he was emotionally ready to be himself fully. And with his strong connection to the hive mind, which was shown to us during the opening 5 minutes of the season, but also got a focus when we saw how he could quite literally see the Demogorgon's perspective, Vecna's perspective, and Mike even questioning if Will was able to control them when one of the Demogorgons didn't attack Joyce. That was the very thing that he did. He stopped them from attacking and killed them in the exact same way that Vecna killed Chrissy and Fred, with their limbs all bending and cracking, showing that he was basically the same as Vecna.
That's scary.
This quite literally showed us that Will is just as deeply connected to the Upside Down as what Vecna is. And even though he was broken once before, that's not going to happen again.
Yeah, he might be able to control those Demogorgons.
Which also connected back to season 2 with the fact that Will was having the now memories, which at the time he wasn't sure what they were. But now, after seeing these 4 episodes, it was the perspectives of the Demogorgons
I think he'll be able
hold. Plus, as well as that, when the hive mind was being burned, we saw Will respond in the same way as he did in season 2 as well.
He's going to be able to,
with Will now holding these powers, it very much feels like he's going to be able to tap into the hive mind more and go on the offensive to look for the secret lair that Vecna didn't want Will to gaze his eyes upon. The place where he's clearly been recovering and is housing the children that he's taken.
Oh, because he's
Number 8 returned. Now, I can't actually believe that number 8 returned in this season of the show. This was another table slap moment when she...
What happened?
So basically, he didn't want him to see where he was recovering, because you remember at the end of season 4, he was burned.
And they've been looking for him that whole time.
So he's recovering. So he needs those kids to recover.
That makes sense.
Because you remember when he left, I'm like, yo, he has to be hurt or something. He fell out the window on fire.
Remember, he was more I'm not saying shape, but more, his body was more intact. Now it's literally you could see the damage they did.
But it's getting better progressively. That's crazy. So we're like, why does he want kids?
Because basically they're connected. He can control them
exactly,
so where he don't really gotta leave as much.
Exactly, and he could just stay in his. That little hive mind and just control stuff.
Literally, just be right there.
Oh my god!
Mouth was wide open with shock. A character in a storyline that we've all been writing off for years and has had a countless number of memes made about it might just turn out to be one of the most important characters in the entirety of the show. The military operation, which was being run by Dr. K, had built a base within the Upside Down, and for the entirety of the 4 episodes, we were led to believe that they'd captured Vecna, and were utilizing the kryptonite, which was sound to keep him.
I think we're mistaken by her, though. I think remember I forgot his name, but the black soldier that's been looking for her since season 2 or 3. Mm-hmm. I think he's
dead now.
Yeah, but I think he wanted to kill 11.
Yeah.
But I think she knows, because she literally was asking Hopper, what do you know that I don't? 'Cause she's like, I've been looking for you.
Yeah.
So I don't think she's trying to kill her. She's trying to basically have her help.
No, she's trying. Yeah. She knows that it's bigger than her.
Yeah.
She knows, but the black dude, you got to realize there's classifications. She's the only person who knows what's behind that door. Remember, everyone's card key didn't work.
It doesn't work. Only
so
hers.
When before Hopper slapped her with the pistol, he said, "Give me that." And then because
he's like, "I'll be quick."
Because
Boom,
he used the scientist. He used the scientist's key fob,
and it didn't work. She said only. I think it was Dr. K. Has access.
So
to
meaning
that
no one else
knew she was there.
She was there.
Yeah. Because if he found out, he probably would want to have killed her off too.
Exactly, but Kay knows they are the only way to stop this guy.
Yeah, or whatever this is, this is the only way
to stop it.
So I think that's why she's looking for 11 the whole time. And remember, in season 4, Lucas was wearing number 8 when he hit that game winner. And remember when they were playing the game, his sister rolled an 8. Dustin rolled the 11.
Oh, she is number 8.
And then for them to win,
that's a crazy Easter egg.
For them to win, they needed a 20. So he rolled 11, 8, and then 1 needs to basically snap out of it to help them fight either the dragon or the mind flayer.
Nah. That's why Hopper and 11 were so determined to break into it, because it was their chance to
they
finally
had to.
destroy him.
Talking
However,
about-
as we saw, when Hopper was willing to sacrifice himself in order for Vecna to be killed, he went back and opened the door for 11, showing that what he saw behind the door wasn't Vecna, but instead it was number 8, 11's sister. This then begs the question of how the military got their hands on number 8 and what it is that they wanted
how did
with
they even
her.
get her?
We know that number 8 was essentially hanging around with a group of misfits and was sleeping rough and carrying out petty crime. So she could have potentially been caught that way, or maybe there was just documentation that number 8, Callie, was out there, and they could well have started a hunt.
Derek.
When Dr. K said to Hopper, why risk her life for the other when talking about 11, at the time when we thought that it was Vecna behind the door, it was obvious why, but now it makes sense as to why Dr. K said that, because it was literally one for the other. Hopper's arc in this season was all about being the overprotective dad to 11, kind of like what we saw in season 2. And with the flashbacks to him seeing Sarah, his daughter, die, he didn't want the same thing to happen with 11, hence why he was willing to sacrifice himself and was stopping her from getting in the way of danger. With number 8, 11, and Will all possessing abilities, and Will arguably being the strongest of them all because he matches Vecna in terms of being connected to the Upside Down. Vecna is so clearly outnumbered now, so it's definitely going to be game over for him before the end of the year. What happened to Max, and why is Vecna scared of the caves?
Remember
when Holly was taken by Vecna and kept inside of the memory of his
was shook out
house,
his boots.
Holly was told by Henry to stay outside of the woods. This was because it led to the cave system that Henry was afraid of, and if she got there, then he wouldn't be able to get her back. When Holly received a letter telling her to go to the caves, she followed through with it because she wanted to be like the character that her brother gave her, Holly the Heroic. This was where we saw Max. Max was essentially stuck inside of Vecna's memories because his curse never goes away. With Max being taken, it opened up the fourth and final gate, and she did die for a brief moment, but she felt something that was calling her back. This was the Hawkins Lab massacre, and she then realized that she was living through Henry Creel's memories, leading her right back to 1959. A time in Henry's life which is going to be of great importance and connects to why it is that Henry can't bring himself to go into the caves. Max constantly searched for a way out of the trap, and when she got to a point where she was moments away from escaping due to the Kate Bush track playing, we heard Lucas play her in the hospital, but everything went wrong when she tried to run towards it. The music led Max to the memory of the day that Vecna ultimately cursed her and all of the terrible ones that followed. This was then when
that scene scared me, bro. Right when he came around, I was like,
yo! A place where Henry just couldn't go. This cave system is a place where Henry visited when he was younger, and whilst exploring them, he found some scientific equipment which was activated by accident. This transported Henry to the Upside Down. In the alternate world, Henry then saw glimpses of strange creatures and was exposed to the Mind Flayer, which is where he then got the abilities that changed his life forever, ultimately transforming his personality too. This could be leading to the fact that the Mind Flayer is being the very thing that's almost using Vecna as a puppet to carry out all of the darkness that exists in the shadowy underworld, even in the modern timeline.
He's being controlled, bro.
So Vecna might not be the big bad boss after all.
Remember when I told you that before this
being
game?
able to go into the caves
I thought it was the other way around. I thought he was controlling the Mind Flayer.
It's because the true Henry Creel, before he was corrupted, is preventing him from going in there because of what he saw when he was a child. Showing that there is fear that lies within Vecna.
Where he saw
Dustin, Nancy, Jonathan, and Steve.
This is something personal.
These four characters probably got the least consequential story in the new season. We saw them go into the Upside Down and try to track a Demogorgon to Vecna's lair, but outside of that, they were all just kind of arguing with each other for the most part. Steve and Jonathan were trying to outgrow each other to impress Nancy, and Steve was also being mean to Dustin, despite the fact that he was still mourning Eddie. I still feel like they're building towards Jonathan's death in the show. In my mind, the fact that he's preparing himself to propose to Nancy, it's got all the makings of him dying before he even gets to do so. So I don't think we'll be seeing the wedding bells chiming when the show returns.
I don't think they're gonna kill him.
My review of Season 5, Volume 1. Honestly, I complained about the wait time for this season, but after watching it was well worth the wait. I was hooked from the moment that it started, and I felt re-immersed right back into it. I like the way that the show went down the darker route that I feel made up the likes of Season 2. Upon my rewatch, Season 2 felt so tonally different to the others, and this one has definitely taken some inspiration from that earlier season. When it came to the split of the stories, I thought it all worked really well. I was most invested in the story that had Will leading, probably because it was the most interesting and consequential, and in the previous season he didn't actually get that much of a focus despite being important. Is it just
I like how they gave her more scenes.
Seem even more menacing than what they were before? They were absolutely annihilating everybody in their
honestly,
path.
she's the reason
Personally,
why Will,
at the military base,
yeah, because she was like, she gave him hope. She gave him
talking to him
because like she knew.
These were brutal enough as they were. The deeper themes in the stories was something that also cut through a lot. From Robin inspiring Will to accept who he is as a person and not hiding who he is, Hopper being the protective father, and even Holly's mother showing the love that she had for her daughter. They all add such good depth to the show, and it just elevates the stories even more. I've actually got a question. Do we know if Mike's dad's alright? I feel like we saw him get taken into hospital, but then never heard anything about him again. Poor guy. When it came
like,
to
what
the
are you gonna do with a fucking
all of the
golf
characters
club?
were performed so well. From 11
that
and
scene right there when Lucas was like, "There's nothing that was a coincidence."
Yeah.
Like like it's literally like everything was happening
for a reason. Yeah.
Hopper's protective relationship to the tenderness between Robin and Will, the comedic nature and grand introduction of Derek, and even the reprisal from Mike, Lucas, Dustin, and Max. Every character just slotted right back into the show, and the performances were as strong as they'd ever been. The standouts for me, though, were definitely Millie Bobby Brown, Noah Schnapp, and Jamie Campbell-Bower. When Vecna first appeared,
is a good
it was
character.
4 episodes in the
plays
making,
that
and it just worked so well.
Even
it couldn't
when
have
he's
been done
dressed up
any
as Henry.
better. The single-take shot of the chaos and devastation that was being caused and the intensity of having Vecna that close to him. It was immersive, and I felt like I could feel the sharpness of his body and the breath of him. I want to say it, and I'm gonna, but Vecna is probably this generation's Voldemort. I just think it's a shame that there's been such a large gap between seasons, because I think that break in time definitely hurts the impact that the character can make. However, after seeing him for a brief but powerful appearance, he's cemented himself as such a great villain, and I can't wait to see what he's going to do when the show returns on Christmas Day.
Now he can literally just open the portal.
Stranger Things
walk
Season 5, Volume 1, ending explained.
It's all 11's fault, bro.
Cause remember, but also the 4 killings is why he can do that now, and why it's like. Because before, if they closed the gate, they had no access. Now, he can come and go as he pleases.
Literally, yeah.
Like,
literally connected now. But, man, Volume 2 has to come out, bro. The way they ended it, bro, was like, damn, y'all ended it when it got good. Like, give me a little 30 more minutes after that scene, bro.
When they stopped, and Will was like, this, bro, I sat up. I was like, wait.
No, once I seen the bodies, the Demogorgons arm snap, I was like, yeah,
he's a force now because he was really he just killed all of them.
And he went like, I was like, what? This nigga. But it makes sense though. It makes a lot of sense though. So now all those kids that he's taken, they just have to be strong enough in their head that they have powers.
And they all can take him down.
But
now the theory is though, because when he seen what was in like that hive mind, where he wasn't supposed to see it. His body's still in there.
Yeah.
So now it's raising the question like, so who the hell did they bring back
as Will
in season 1? Was it a clone? Like, is it like the upside down? Like
I don't know.
Cause that's crazy. Because how is he that? Because it's like if it was like 3 other different kids, but
no, it was
he's seen himself.
Yeah.
And then he's seen Holly
and Max.
So it's just like, yo, who like?
I'm trying. Yeah, that's this whole time I've been trying to think. I'm like, is this a dream? Is this Will? I don't know. I don't know because there's no way.
How's that possible?
How's that exactly? I don't know.
Because if that means if he was there the whole time, like for the past years that this has been going on, it's like that's crazy.
Ever since he left. I don't know. Man. I don't know, Beach Family. Let us know in the comments what y'all think is like. And now, I don't think Will's gonna die.
You think that's who's gonna gonna basically get shut down in there, and he's gonna control everything down there?
Someone's gonna get trapped down there.
I think it's gonna be him.
Someone's going to, because that's the only way you can maintain it. Because someone has to run it.
Yeah.
Because if you don't, it's gonna get crazy.
Yeah. But unless they kill the Mind Flayer,
bro, you can't kill the Mind Flayer, bro.
Bro, they kill the Mind Flayer, and then that three-headed dragon's coming.
Bro, that
right?
Mind Flayer.
After that, remember the last episode is called The Right Side Up, so that means eventually all that comes to an end. But it's like how though? But a lot of people are gonna die though. That's a fact. They already got a few of them for the first half of the season.
Yeah, but all the people that died were like extras. No one really like that had value died. That no one with value that didn't die. Like the army guy, he only had a couple scenes. He died. No one. Yeah, who died that had value? No one yet.
Yeah, they all made it out the first half.
Like Nancy's parents, but like they're barely in it.
Yeah,
and the mom's still alive.
True.
Because they would have never knew it was Henry if it wasn't for her mom.
But I think they kept her alive for a reason. I still think that she's Henry's little sister.
That's a stretch. We'll see. I don't believe that, because if she was, you would have felt it when he came to the crib. You remember what season 2 or 3 when they were playing? No, she was in the house. Henry was in the crib, like not him, but like his spirit.
Yeah.
And she felt something. I feel like I don't know.
So where's the sister,
bro? She died. Apparently. That's apparently. I don't know.
We'll see.
Because I mean, they already have enough people to take down Vecna, so there's not like they need any more.
Yeah, they don't. Oh man.
Free Max, man.
No cap.
She's been in that. Yeah.
And no sign of Eddie. Yeah, I thought when she was walking around in the booth and the person that was like said, I thought that was Eddie.
I didn't know who to expect.
Yeah,
I didn't know.
I was expecting Eddie. I wasn't expecting to see Max.
I wasn't expecting.
When I thought Max,
I thought it was gonna be.
I was happy though.
I thought it was gonna be someone trapped as well. Like I didn't think it was gonna be Max. I just thought it was gonna be someone that's trying to get out.
Yeah.
Because why would he say, "Don't go into the woods" when you're the devil? Like darkness. You know what I mean?
And if this is your shit.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
You shouldn't be telling them they could free will go wherever you
want.
Don't
go to the rocks.
Why are you saying that?
Exactly. So they're gonna show us why. Maybe it's volume 2 why he can't.
And what happened to him as a kid.
Yeah.
Oh man. Let us know y'all predictions for volume 2, guys. And let us know if you guys are going to go see the final episode, number 8, in theaters December 31st. Because we will be there and we'll be vlogging the whole thing. So y'all let us know. But Kev gonna put the link down below.
Yep.
Make sure y'all go subscribe, man. Go run this up. Kev, take us out.
It's your boy Kev for real.
It's Mr. Everyday Key Brad. You just watch now.
Beach Boys.
That's a wrap.